What's the deal, YouTube? And we back with another video. Your boy C-Rob here with some good tips for the trucking industry. You feel what I'm saying? It's been brought to my knowledge. Wait right there. We gonna backtrack because it hasn't just been recently brought to my knowledge. I think I heard this from maybe earlier this year. And then it's been brought to my knowledge. I'm gonna just say that it's been brought to my knowledge that truckers are turning in their keys to pursue Lyft and Uber. And what other person to speak on this topic than me? You feel what I'm saying? So just to give you guys a little Uber backstory, I did Uber for, I want to say a couple months before they kicked me off the platform. Obviously, this was before trucking. They kicked me off the platform, I want to say like 2015. I think 15. Yeah, they kicked me off the platform because I had a hard time finding this guy at the airport. And then, he reported me saying I had car troubles. And it was one of those, hey, I know my car type thing. Like, yeah, the lights on the dash, but you know what I'm saying? It works. Like, my car is fine. I can get from point A to point B type shit. So, yeah, that was that. And then Lyft, I did Lyft off and on for like 5 years. So, yeah, man, that's a lot of driving. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of hours I got. So yeah, usually it's like Lyft for Uber to trucking, not trucking to Uber, you know what I'm saying? But now I've been trucking for like 3.5 years now, and I haven't, I've talked to a lot of people. I haven't heard from that many people that said before trucking they used to do Lyft or Uber. It was always just some other type of feel, you know what I'm saying? But that was my story. So I came from Uber and Lyft and then trucking, because like I tell people now, if I ever need a Lyft, hey, you already driving, you might as well make some more money and get your CDL. But yeah, that was my mindset. I got tired of the job I was at, and I was kind of doing Lyft already on the side. So I'm like, you know what, I'm already driving, and then let me make some extra cash while I'm doing this. People are turning in their truck keys to pursue Uber and Lyft. So why? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because the economy is so fucked. All right, now bet. Before I get into how crappy this economy is, I'm gonna just explain what Lyft and Uber is. Lyft and Uber is basically just a ride share service that picks a nearby driver in your area, pick you up, get you from point A to point B. And of course, all your credit card information is on file. So when they pick you up, drop you off, complete the ride, that money comes right at your account. Simple as that. And obviously, as an Uber driver, Lyft driver, you gotta have, good reliable cars, gotta be in good shape. You gotta get a Lyft inspection from belt tires, stuff like that. And you gotta do a background check. So simple as that, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not gonna make a list, but one reason I do think drivers are turning in their truck keys to, pursue Lyft, there's this thing called Octopus, man. And I actually seen this inside of a vehicle that I was driving in when I needed a Lyft. I actually seen this one time before I seen the ad on Instagram, and I'm like, yo, this is cool as hell. So it gives the passenger something to do. And it's almost like, I think the name is like Ted, the little tablet full of games or whatnot when you're out to eat at like Chili's or Applebee's. But yeah, so for passengers, it's just a little device, to keep the passengers occupied rather than being on your phone or being in silence, because hey, you're already in the car with a complete stranger. So give them something to do, make it less awkward. So that was my thing, man. Hey, if I'm in the car with a complete stranger, I'm playing music, and then I'm gonna try to start a conversation. And then if your initial reply to my conversation is whack, that hey, I'm gonna just vibe out to the music. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm gonna just, be in my zone, like shit. Fuck it. How about them lines, right? Yeah. I always looked at it as more fun than dangerous. Like I got asked that a few times, like, aren't you scared that there's strangers in your car? I'm like, no, I just, always looked at it as more fun than dangerous, I guess. But aside from the games, that's just things maybe truckers are looking for. Just, that interaction with somebody, a physical being there with you, just being there with you, whether it's the same sex or not. You got that interaction that's, bomb-ass interaction, personalities on point, shit like that. Yeah, it's, it's just somebody to talk to. So, hey, basically, if you're in a semi truck by yourself. If you're not team driving, you're by yourself most of the time. So hey, like I said, it's just somebody to talk to, somebody to laugh with. You know, just having that connection and interaction going on. That's pretty sweet. But hey, man, aside from the games, shit, Lyft was just, Lyft and Uber actually. Lyft was just less of a hassle. And you know why? I'll give you 3 reasons why. Because you're in the car, you're in the car, you're in the car. As much as I like to deny that trucking is stressful, there's always some stress to it, man. As much as I like to be in denial about it, there's always some stress about it. So regardless, I'm going out there with a smile on my face and try to, just be the best person I can be without, snapping on somebody, taking my anger out on somebody. So I don't find it too much stressful, but there's some level of stress to it. Other than that, dude, the freedom was awesome, man. I can stop, get snacks, get some Burger King. I can, drive 3 minutes to get somebody, take them 20 minutes to their destination. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, get a snack, get some Burger King. There's no pressure or urgency to, do what I gotta do. I move at my own pace, so that was real great. Even the downtime was cool, here and there. You can choose when to go offline. Like I said, there was no pressure or urgency, to do your job. Basically, your own boss. So that was pretty cool. Even the party crowd was straight, man. Whether you was in fucking Lincoln Park or Detroit or Ann Arbor, that party crowd was always cool. It kept you alive, kept you active, kept you interested. It was a lot of fun, dude. Yeah, man, like I stated earlier, I think that, lack of no pressure, you can just, smooth sailing, you move at your own pace. The freedom and the flexibility kind of goes hand in hand. So when I say flexibility, just, just move around how you want to. Yeah, we have like certain goals, like you maybe complete 10 rides by such and such time. But other than that, you don't feel that shit like how you do when you're in the truck. If you're running low on time or whatever the case may be. And another thing, when I say flexibility, a memory that pops in my head is, New Year's Day. So I remember a couple years ago, obviously before I started trucking, I remember I started around like 3 or 5 p.m. I did a couple rides, chilled out. I did a couple rides again, and then, hey, I brought the New Year's in with my fam. So I did that, and then I, finished my night as strong as I could. And then, so I don't know a trucking job where you can do that, man. So a lot of guys are probably doing that, like I'm saying. So they like that. So that's the flexible part about it. You know what I'm saying? You can drive for 3 hours, and it's just like trucking too. So you can drive 12 hours at a time before you got to take a 10-hour nap off the app, 12 hours driving time. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of both, but I see why people are doing Lyft. But would I go back? I don't know, man. I like trucking too much. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like the money. And at the same time, there's pros and cons of doing Lyft also. So if you got your own car, you got a good car, you put a lot of miles on that car. What about the maintenance? What about the tires and all this and that? Are you getting, what's your overhead like? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one of the few reasons why I think guys are just, going to Lyft and Uber. Now we're going to get into why people are converting over in the first place. Rates are horrible. Fuel is outrageous. Cost of living is ridiculous. And inflation is insane. I feel like us as a world are still recovering from COVID in the first place. So inflation is number one. Cost of living is just crazy, dude. So aside from the important things like rent, car insurance, everything, dude. I went to the gas station the other day, and Mike and X are like $3, $4 now, dude. That's unheard of. So just things like rent, rates are crazy. Now, when I say rates, I mean the rates people are accepting to take a load from one place to another, and particularly the OOs. And when I say OOs, I mean the owner operators. So when I say the rates are fucked up, people are leaving the crazy low rates alone. They're letting it sit, which turn is just, their truck is not getting paid for, so on and so forth. And when it comes to being an owner operator, everything is crazy, man. So hey, you got the rates, you got the fuel, which is like, man, it could be $700-800 at times. So depends on, how far you're going, how far you're traveling, how often you're driving, if you're driving in the city or not, if you're driving in a highway or not. It all depends. So those are those two. Hey, and another, most important thing, they pay for everything. You gotta pay for maintenance, you gotta pay for their fuel, they gotta pay for insurance, oil changes, things of that nature. So hey man, it's not cheap. So I could see why guys are, converting over. It makes a lot of sense to me. So as you can make a lot of money as a company driver, you can still make a lot of money as a owner operator. It's gonna take time. I still feel like you suffer in a way. It's you suffer in a way on both owner operator and company drivers, but company drivers do make bank too, as well as owner operators. You just gotta, find the right field, find the right trucking path, I guess. Hey man, that's all I got for y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you could do me a huge favor, like, comment, and subscribe for your boy. I would appreciate it. Y'all have a good one and be blessed, man. Happy holidays. Peace.